John Wick is far from done. The action saga is heading into the next stage with Chapter 5. Main role, still Keanu Reeves. After the grand finale in Part 4, we are of course asking ourselves, how is this supposed to work? In this video, we provide you with initial clues from the creators, all the information about the project, and further plans for the John Wick franchise. Because one thing's for certain, the end is just the beginning. What is John Wick 5 about? For a long time, it was unclear how things would continue with Keanu Reeves and John Wick 5. The main reason for this, the ending of Chapter 4. So, obviously, here's a spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't seen the latest movie. To recap, in a duel with Donnie Yen's character Kane, John appears to be fatally wounded. After winning the duel, the action hero succumbs to his injuries. At the end of the film, we even see his grave. Director Stahelski also admitted that the film series was considered to be over after Chapter 4, so the only way to make Chapter 5 is to have a new story. In an interview, he disclosed, "It's not a continuation with the High Table. John dealt with his grief. It will be really different." Although he and his team already have themes and ideas, the plot has not been worked out in detail yet. However, he is already looking forward to the fans' reactions to the first trailer. Then it will presumably become apparent how exactly another movie is possible despite the death of the main character. That naturally arouses our curiosity. Essentially, there are two options. Option number 1. In reality, John Wick survived the duel and his death was merely staged. This would allow him to finally retire without his past catching up with him. However, this would be problematic for several reasons. First, it devalues the big dramatic conclusion of Part 4. John's life had basically already been over since his wife died. With his revenge fulfilled, being reunited with her seems a worthy conclusion to his story. Keeping him alive so he can enjoy his retirement in hiding somewhere? That doesn't fit this tragic action hero at all. Second, the ending of the last movie would come across as a cheap gimmick. Why would Winston and the Bowery King talk about whether John went to heaven or hell? Standing at the grave so that spies from the High Table find the death credible is one thing, but would they also have such conversations then? Option number 2 on how to explain a new John Wick movie with Keanu Reeves, it could simply be a prequel. But this possibility also raises questions. Would the story take place before Part 1? And would Keanu Reeves be digitally de-aged? Or did he have time for an extra adventure at some point in between, as in the spin-off film Ballerina? We would find both scenarios a bit cheesy and also very predictable. And of course, knowing that Part 4 was originally meant to be the conclusion also leaves a sour taste in our mouths. We are curious to find out whether the filmmakers can truly surprise us with an original solution that doesn't feel like a petty excuse for another sequel. In addition to the big sequel, fans can also expect plenty of other projects. After the series The Continental, a new series from the John Wick universe is in the works called Under the High Table. Moreover, an animated film is in the pipeline that will deal with the backstory of the eponymous action hero. These two productions could also provide a clue to the plot of Chapter 5. In fact, Stahelski recently revealed, "Our idea is to try some things and explore some threads, and use those two properties to catapult us forward into the ideas for John 5. Stahelski's statement gives us an initial indication of the release date for John Wick 5. If Under the High Table and the anime are to be released first, we will probably need to wait a while longer. This concerns us, especially with regard to Keanu Reeves' fitness. The 60-year-old is in excellent condition for his age, but in Part 4, you could already tell that he couldn't quite keep up with the younger stuntman. It is questionable how things will be in a few years' time. There will also be a spin-off film about the blind assassin Kane. Donnie Yen will not only play the lead role in the movie, but he will direct it as well. The actor recently announced that it will be a Hong Kong-style action thriller. The spin-off is set after the events of John Wick 4. Kane may have been freed from the High Table, but his past keeps haunting him. After all, Akira is seeking revenge for her father's death. It is entirely possible that this project will also be released before John Wick 5. According to Stahelski, it is already certain that the new film will once again draw inspiration from Asian cinema. In terms of location, he would like to continue exploring Africa and the Middle East, following the previous filming in Morocco and Jordan. The question remains as to which characters will be part of the movie. So far, only Keanu Reeves as John Wick has been confirmed. Almost all of the well-known characters from the world of John Wick have some connection to the High Table, but according to the director, it will not have any involvement. For us, one thing's for sure. We still look forward to every new project in the iconic action series. So far, Stahelski and Reeves have proven, with each installment, that they continue to come up with fresh ideas and creative approaches for their action sequences. Even though it can't go on like this forever, there's still plenty of potential for entertaining movies and series. We are excited to see where the journey will lead. But now it's your turn. What do you want to see in Part 5? Or would you even prefer it if no further movies were made? And which installment of the series do you think is the most impressive? We look forward to your comments, as always.